Well, so the Panthers as a whole, up until very recently, their defense had not been up to the standard we were used to in the Ron Rivera era. Yesterday, obviously, the defense was spectacular. But along this losing streak, you saw a defense that had been giving up the second most points of this decade of Panther football. The Greg Olsen injury hurt them. Some of the offensive line injuries hurt them. But what Cam talked about right there is the key, and I'm glad that he finally is publicly acknowledging it. Cam Newton is hurt. He has been clearly hurt for the last month plus of football. I know, C, you spent time with him. You saw it, I'm sure, up close and personal. Cam Newton, he was in a 7-point loss to Tampa Bay in the final play of the game at midfield. They took Cam Newton out of the game and put in Taylor Heineke to throw the final Hail Mary. He is not able to get any type of zip on throws more than 10 yards downfield, and that is not only affecting his passing and his accuracy, which has always been spotty even this year when it was on an uptick, but he's not as much of a running threat. If it hurts you to throw the football, I can only imagine how much it would hurt you to run leading with your shoulders. So one of the quarterbacks in the league that we asked to do the most for his team has been physically compromised, and it has totally submarined any chances this Panther team has.
Well, the offensive line from the beginning was hurt by injury. And then you have Olsen in and out of the lineup, now out for the rest of the season. And then you also have the other players, Devin Funchess and the other receivers. Are they really developing? And it's hard for this young group. Curtis Samuel, high draft pick from Ohio State. DJ Moore, you see him developing. But when this offense is not productive the way they want it to be, because it's hard to be physical. Now, Norv Turner and his son Scott, the quarterback coach there, they've done a great job. They've improved Cam as a passer, but it's hard to improve your passing game when you're absent of practice, when you don't have your frontline guys in there to develop that continuity. And they don't have a #1 wide receiver. They are all guys trying to develop, even though Funchess has been there a couple of years. DJ Moore, when you don't have your franchise quarterback in Cam Newton, potentially Wednesday and Thursday practices, he's only going Friday. You can't predict the speed because you can't simulate that in practice to what it's going to be in the game. You saw Christian McCaffrey. He had an angle, a running back angle where he goes out to the outside off the tackle and then shoots inside the defender on a 3rd and 12, wide open. Cam leads him too far. That type of timing when you're out of practice is not going to be there. And Cam is doing the right thing. It's not for NFL players to complain about injuries. That's the way it's been. That's the legacy of the league. And it provides a certain amount of toughness for your team because the team knows that he's injured. Cam Newton has done a remarkable thing. He's meeting with the training staff. He takes the whole training staff out to dinner on Thursday. Well, he has the food catered inside the locker room. People don't know about this because he's been spending so much time with that training staff. He just does that out of appreciation. So Cam Newton might be hurt as a quarterback, but you can see the growth in other areas. And that's what I saw in that press conference when the overall humility of, man, this game is tough. I've been banged up all year. I'm not going to make excuses. And for people who are broadcasting games, they're not going to make excuses for Cam because it's not their position to be able to do.